modern foreign languages, professional tutor at Cheney. He's passionate about language learning, about teaching skills, and about the potential of comprehensive schools to build character and instill value. So we're down to our penultimate presentation. And I think we are on track for time.
I've also signed up for a remedial IT course. Time's up, Rob. Thank you. This isn't the presentation. We had that one. Okay. Right, how do we get students to think about teaching, learning skills? Here are 5 ideas for lesson starters. First of all, reflection. Use optical illusions to get students to think about reflection. Clearly, square A looks darker than square B, but it isn't. If you get students talking about and thinking about why it actually appears darker, you get them starting to think, well, actually, I can't just trust my eyes and blindly accept what they tell me. I have to direct them and tell them what they're looking for. Next off, if we want students to have thinking skills, we've got to talk to them about the learning process. Ask them to defend one of those. Get them to give examples of when they have learned in this way. Be ready to steer them towards those examples where it's about students being active, and be ready to explain to them that we all learn better if we control the process. Creativity. Who's creative? How are they creative? Put a hand at the back. What does creativity look like? What are the opportunities for creativity in your classroom, in your subject area? What are the constraints? What are the possibilities? Another lesson starter, a discussion. Memorization, something we often ask students to do, but do we ever teach them how to do it? Here's an example. We're all going to memorize this. If we're going to memorize it, the first step has to be to work out what it means. If you don't know what it means, if you haven't analysed it, if you haven't found patterns, you don't have a chance. Okay? So we look for the patterns. What are the footholds? What are the easy bits? You probably recognize professor, the blanks is where you put your name. You probably recognize hola and me llamo. Okay, so those are the easy bits. Now they're going to disappear. Okay, on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hola, me llamo. Your name? Soy profesor. Me gusta aprender cosas nuevas. Muy bien. Okay, and the next step would be to take away a little bit more support. We're looking for what Matthew Syed calls the point of productive practice, the point where you can just barely do it, but you need some support to do it. Point of learning. If our students can identify that, they will be independent learners. And finally, the iceberg, 10% is what we see, the amazing performance that we think is down to talent, and 90% is what we don't see, the hours and hours and hours of practice. That's a lesson in resilience. Thank you.
Okay, let's go.